Were you ever walking by the aisle of hair color, notice numbers like this, 5/1, and ask yourself, what the heck is the meaning of this? Did you ever purchase a color because of the look of the model on the box, and when you went back home to try that hair color, it didn't work for you? This video is going to change your life. Hair color dyes, the ones you get from the supermarket, or even when you go to Sally's and you open this catalog and you see numbers and you buy it and you really look at the numbers, do you really understand what those numbers mean? The three numbers, the first one is the lightness of the hair. The second one is the primary shade. The third one is the reflex. This video is sponsored by Amazfit. I am already wearing the watch all day today, and I want to tell you, I am blown away. It's a beautiful minimal watch. I chose the color black and I actually chose the screen. This is a great addition to my collection. I started a keto diet. Today is actually my first day, and I want to lose a little bit more weight, like around 5 kilograms, in order to achieve my perfect weight. This is a great addition for me to help me. I can make a video about that if you want. Let me know in the comment section down below. So let's crack down. The first number of any color dye, whether it has a slash, a dash, or actually it's a 3-digit number altogether or a 2-digit number altogether, the first number is always the deepness of the color, meaning the lightness of the color. So if there is a color chart that goes from 1, which is black, till 10, which is very light blonde, those are the shades. If you want to darken your hair color, you check your actual color hair shade and you get 1 deeper. And if you want to go a color lighter, usually with box dye, you can go 1 shade lighter maximum or 2 shade lighter maximum with a natural hair. So if you don't have colored hair without bleach, you can actually get 1 shade lighter. But if you already colored your hair, that might be tricky. So let's say you have done a bleach to a level 8, for example, or 7, but it's orangey, and you want to deposit something, toner, or put a hair dye on top in order to get rid of this orange tone, then you would need to get the first shade, the shade you have. So if you have a color shade, even if it's brassy, 7 or 6, then you get a 7 or 6 as the first number. The second number is usually the overall tone of that color. So it's either blue, purple, mahogany. When you have 5.1, that means it's the color shade which has a primary tone of ashiness. If you have hair that is warm tone, then you need from the color wheel what's opposite. So ash is going to give you a natural shade. It's not going to give you ash. It gives ash if your natural shade is neutral. So if you know that you have dark hair color and you want to lighten it and you're gonna go get a box dye, it's always advisable to get the shade which is lighter, which is the main shade, 1 to 2 shades lighter, and to have the undertone or the primary tone into something ashy, a 1 or 2 usually. Primary shade usually differs from brand to another. I'm on the screen, but usually 1 and 2 are ashy. The rest are more of like mahoganies and reds, but with different reflexes. Sometimes the color is not only 2 digits, sometimes 3. The third one is the color reflex, which is like an extra thing, but if I make it easier, the color reflex is basically when you have your hair, the reflection of the hair in the sunlight has a different feel to it. If you ever painted as a kid, you will know that mixture. How come some companies put letters? N is natural, which means it's not warm toned and it's not cool toned, it's neutral. A is ashy, which means it's cool tone. V, it's more violet with purplish undertones to it. So if you have V with 1 V is actually black purple shades. R, basically it's red. W is main warm. For example, 3/RV, that means it's a shade 3, dark brown hair, primary shade of red, and violet reflexes. If they say 33-1, the first numeral is usually the shade. That means they doubled up the formula, so it will be better for covering gray hairs. So once the number is doubled, know that it's stronger, a ratio of sort of mixing those colors. Now with knowing the color wheel, and now with also knowing all the listed numerology of any color, you would definitely right away know what you want. I have a cool undertone in my skin tone. That means I always need a cool toned hair color. Also, I'm Middle Eastern, so my hair tends to lift a little bit warm. So I always pick cool undertones or primary tones with cool reflexes in a shade whichever I pick. If you've watched my rinçage video and my skin tone video, you will have a general idea on how to decode these numbers and get the best color that will suit you and not ruin your hair. I think that was too much information for you to digest. I hope it sinks in. Let me know in the comment section down below if you knew any of this and if this made sense to you. I hope I explained it easier. Comment down below video ideas you want to see on my channel. Have a happy life, boos, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.